Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. And this is a part 3 that I expect no one to watch ever because it's probably going to be the most boring thing ever. I want a moon, and there's a pot holder in place, and I've taken a little bit of chalk and made a couple of marks to keep me inside. And I don't think that I need to have anything right there, but we'll see. Anyway, so this is Sargent's yellow. It could be any warm yellow. Make sure there's no other marks there. And I am just going to put some of this into a small dish right now. And begin. Now that tree branch was a little too heavy, so this is going to give me the opportunity to thin it down anyway. I just want enough paint on my little tool so that I don't see canvas through it. And I'm very inclined to try and do something I've never done before when it comes to this. I just use the end of my skewer to create a puddle that fills in between the branches to create the illusion of a moon rising behind the trees. And I really think it's going to work. But then a lot of times I think it's going to work. That's the magic ingredient. Imagining it's going to work. So far so good, and I can use a straw to spread that out a little bit. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. I'm going to use some of the extra paint, or the heavier paint, to dip into to fill in the gaps where the trees branches are leaving a gap and the sky should show through. I don't know what's going to happen when I get to the big part of this. That could be really interesting. But I do think I'm going to have to go places I don't really want to. And it'll be a learning experience for all of us. And I'm not going to even try and put stars in on camera. Those will go in at some other point in time. I'm going to do the smaller areas first. I'm guessing that if I put puddles in and blow it around, that it will level out somewhat because of the Floetrol in the mix. If the paint isn't heavy enough. I mean, I really have pipettes. Fortunately, the moon has texture on its surface. I can hope this dries well. I sure would like it to. Okay, wow, here goes nothing. I don't want to blow it all the way to the edge. That I want to fill, but I want to get it pretty close. Not that it would be all that bad of a thing to have a black outline, but it wouldn't make any sense to me to have a black outline. I've got little pieces of grass down next to the base of the tree. And all I'm going to do is pull the color of the moon right down in little jagged spiky marks. And I might take a little bit of that paint and hope I'm not going to have a lot of marks in here, because I'd really like to have a nice clean moon, but I'm not sure how I would have done it without putting it on the painting beforehand. And if I'd known where the moon was going to go, I would have done that. It might not have been perfect, but I don't think there's anything perfect about this process anyway. So now I need to decide to go up into the tree to complete my circle. Which is okay, because it's supposed to be a really big moon. So wherever your little tiny crevices are, don't start in the point. Start away from the point and draw the paint into it. With your little tool. So it looks to me like I'm going to have to go a little wider than I was expecting to. In order to make this look round. Maybe even a little wider than that. So just dragging my the sharp end of a skewer that I used for the acetate tool. Trying not to lean on the painting too hard. Or at all, really, truth be told. So that's not looking too bad. She said very optimistically. And I roll my skewer and pick up a little more paint, just the perfect amount of paint. And if I see it's a little thin elsewhere, put it down. That looks like the moon behind the trees, right? We'll put a little moonlight right up there. And I suppose, really, there's nothing to keep me from putting a little moonlight on the trees either. That looks right to me. And I could probably move the light across, and I probably will. No, I like the way that looks. And I can slim down my tree a little bit, or the illusion. And if I want to go up there into the tree branches, I can add some dimension. To everything just by adding a little highlight from the colors in the moon. I think that's really cute. I don't know how realistic it is, but it makes a good impression on me, so that's good. I'll be looking forward to putting my stars in the sky too. I don't think the moonlight has to be perfect because tree bark isn't perfect. I like that a lot. I like that so much. Excuse me. Might as well pull it right down. There's no reason I can't do it in both directions moving out. For some reason that just floats my boat. I might want to do underneath the leaves, you know, a little bit here and there. Because really, why not? Very cool. If I outline my gaps, that's pretty cool too. Just picking up a very small amount of paint in a little blob. With the sharp end of the skewer, which isn't that sharp anymore because I've been using it for a while. Alright, cool. I'm almost done. I don't see the point in keeping you guys here, but I will try and turn the painting around finally. Liking all that. I blame no one for not watching this to the end. I don't know that I would either. I wasn't expecting to put highlights in on everything, but I absolutely love them. Anywhere that's facing the moon. Really, why not? One more and I'm done. If you guys like what I do, please give it a thumbs up. Share my videos. Check out some of the playlists. All playlists, creative playlists. You can find them on my YouTube channel. Tomorrow's video and upcoming videos will be shown on my Facebook groups. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is for students. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and More is for shoppingpixels.com, Fine Art America, which you can also find on the link tree. Hopefully, I won't have too many weird marks in my moon, but there are craters on the moon, so I will probably find a way to rationalize things. So I'm going to turn that around. So you can see it right side up. And then I'm going to probably add some stars to my sky. And cross your fingers that the moon dries fairly well. Or maybe I should just embrace its texture. Thank goodness for GAC 800 by Golden that I have mixed into all my paint mixes. My paint pouring recipes below show more underneath the video. There's my moonlight and all my highlights. I don't really know that you need to see everything else, so I'm just going to leave it right there. I love you guys. There's a monthly drawing, and you can see the prizes for the drawing. Contributors through PayPal on the end screen video, which is the exhibition video at the very beginning of it, and you'll be automatically entered if you make a donation through PayPal. And you can find the icon on the bottom right hand corner of my YouTube channel banner and the link on my link tree. On my link tree you will also find my Amazon link and my 2 books on that Amazon link, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities. My email address is underneath the link tree. If you have an interest in inquiring about the price or the purchase of an artwork, you can use the hashtag and the file number in the title of the video. Or you can request information about having a private lesson with me at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. My paint pouring recipe and my cell activator recipe are underneath the video, underneath the show more also. On the link tree you will find Le Gallerist investment quality clothing made in Montreal, and beautiful kimono tops and dresses and other things with all over prints on them. Gorgeous. Less expensive spring clothing underneath